Next, we need to secure our board in order to make our rip cut with the handsaw. It is unsafe to try to hold a board with your hand and use a handsaw to rip the board or to make any cut on the board for that matter. We need to keep in mind that the teeth on these saws are extremely sharp, and they have the guards on them right now. But if you were to try to hold a board and then try to make a cut on that board, if you misstepped in any way and made an error, you could end up cutting into your arm, cutting into your hand, a finger. These saws can do an extreme amount of damage. And remember, whenever you are cutting with a tool, one of the tips I'll mention here in a little bit is that you don't want to use too much force. You need to have a relaxed rhythm and stance and an amount of exertion, but you are using force to make this cut, and your skin and flesh is a lot softer than the boards that we will be cutting. So do not hold the board or try to secure the board with your hand. Some people have workbenches with vices, but I understand that many of you do not have a workbench with a vise, and so we have to improvise. The thing of a workbench is that you have mass and stability. So what we will do if we don't have a workbench is we will turn to something that has more mass and even more stability. We'll be a little creative, and we'll actually use a door jamb with a clamp in your home. I'm standing here in front of my pantry, and I'll turn the camera here just a little bit, and you'll be able to see that I have my maple board. Let the light get adjusted there, connected to the door jamb of my pantry with a clamp, and it's securely held in this place, in this position. And now I can work on this board with the saw without having my hand underneath it in a dangerous position. Now the tip here is to be able to see the top line. So I'm able to see it, it's below my eye line, and to be able to see the line along this face that is nearest me. I don't want the board to be too low, because as I'm trying to cut at an angle, a downward angle, the lower it gets, the more awkward the saw becomes. So I do want it close to my eyes as I make this cut. And so now that we have our board secured to the jamb of our house, we can make our cut.